Hi Scorpio, my name's Leona from Supra ConsciousSoul, and this is your January general reading. Sorry for the few days lateness, I wasn't very well, so it meant that it would have affected the energy of the reading. So I'm all well now, here we are, and your first card underneath the deck is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is somebody, he's like a young, free spirit, somebody who's very energetic, somebody who is passionate, they have a zeal for life. It can also talk about idolizing somebody this month. There could be somebody that you've put on a pedestal, or you feel like they're untouchable, or you feel like you can't you feel like immature in comparison, let's say, immature in the energy, or you feel like they could be treating you like you're the younger energy, and you kind of look up to this person. So let's see where else it goes. The Tower is your first card coming into the reading. This is an epiphany, it's a realization, it's an event that comes in quickly and clears the ground for something. Underneath that, we also have the Decision card. Yeah. What I'm going to do now, actually, I don't really do unless I'm in a private reading, but sometimes I use bibliography. So when I laid down this reading, I got an email. Now, the email is from just one of my general emails that I'm linked to, but it's about astro shamanism. So now in this email, as soon as I read it, I could kind of see it in the cards. So I'm going to read you this email, yeah, so that you can get some messages. So it says, it's from the Institute of Astro Shamanism, and it says values. In our world, there was once cultural, religious, and ethical uniformity. People shared the same values, ideals, of rules of behaviour. In a human relationships, this was obvious, and people could either be consistent with the common values or not. Now things have changed. We live in multicultural societies where each individual has distinct values and rules of behaviour. In human relationships, you can no longer take anything for granted or demand anything from the other unless it has been explicitly clarified. In other words, it is necessary to talk to each other and externalise what one wants or does not want, finding mutual consent or compromise. We cannot blame anyone for not behaving according to our values if we do not express them clearly and set as conditions. So, where I see this in your card is in the Queen of Swords. This is about you setting boundaries, conditions, values with somebody. It's you not allowing somebody to kind of step over your boundary, but at the same time it's like this event happens, this communication happens, this release. It could be a release for some of you that you're stating certain things, but I feel like you need to make decisions and choices about like where you're going to go now that you've expressed those values. Where are you going to go now that you've stated what you want out of this, now that you've made it very clear and you've set your boundaries? What decision are you going to make now? Where are you going to go forward with this? Because this is where the reading's going now. So your next card is the Three of Pentacles. Now, after this communication, it could be that we have two possibilities after this communication. This is people supporting. This is people gathering around. It's almost like you have this communication, you make this decision, and then people start to gather around, people start to congregate, people start to help each other. It can be about analysing information, it can be about building stuff together, it can be about support and feeling like you need the support of others, or feeling like you weren't supported in a situation, and that could have been the cataclysm for the communication or the clarity that was given. So, in the centre of the reading, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is quite set in their foundation, yeah? It's quite set in who they are, what they want. Their home is sorted. It's beautiful. They have love for themselves, their inner world and outer world. Their inner love for themselves reflects outer, and their love for caring for others. There's somebody who is very practical, very grounded, and you are in the center of the reading, trying to stay grounded within this situation, trying to almost like you're trying to represent yourself, because above that we have the 3, but underneath we have the 3 of Swords. Now, there's a lot of 3s in this reading. We have the 3 queens, which I haven't showed you the last queen yet. So we have 3 queens, plus we have the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. Now, in terms of energy, that could mean that there's 3 people in the relationship. And I don't necessarily mean in a relationship cheating. It could be 3 friends, 3 gatherings. The 3 queens coming together normally symbolises 3 women coming together to kind of discuss, to kind of... It's like the 3 of Cups, where there's a joy in coming together. There's a joy in the connection. But so I see that there's going to be a conversation that's had where everybody's gathering together to try and sort out the situation. It could feel like you've done everything to kind of, mentally to try and rectify it. And you feel like you've done everything physically to try and rectify it, the situation. Yeah. And I feel like that. So then we move into the 7 of Pentacles. Now, this is you deciding whether to invest in that relationship, or invest in that job, invest in that situation, or decide to kind of come out and create something new. But what's interesting is that next to that you have the Sword of Enchantment, which is another 7. And this card, playing card, says this card signals the presence of something very special. With the blessings of this 7, unexplainable events come into being. So there's some kind of decision or that is made, and then unexplained events come in. So this could be everybody deciding where they want to go with this energy, and then it transforms it into something else. But you also have the Queen of Cups underneath that. So emotionally, you could be feeling very sensitive. You could be feeling like people have hurt you emotionally, or the situation is hurting you emotionally. Maybe others don't see the situation how you see it. Maybe they don't see how it's hurting you. And you have to make this decision. But it's a very emotional decision. Now, the Queen of Cups, she can kind of get lost in her emotions. She can kind of end up getting so lost in her emotions that she crashes into the cliffs. Sorry, brain went blank. She crashes into the cliffs. So it's about pulling back your emotions and not allowing yourself to be a victim in this situation. It's about being the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups, you're being asked to kind of take a moment to yourself, because it says take a moment, stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move. So yeah, it feels like you need to make a decision, but you also need to realise that the decision that you make, she doesn't want to be hurt. So sometimes she'll set a boundary so that she doesn't get hurt, or so that she can protect herself. You could be trying to protect yourself emotionally and mentally from this situation. Your final card is the World, and this talks about completion or endings of karmic cycles. But with the World in reverse, it's like you complete the karma, but then you come back to start again. It's like you're willing to come back on the journey and help others on the journey. It can also be a sense of feeling like something's not being completed in the satisfaction that you would like, or there's an emptiness still from the completion. It's also, or a stagnation, because it's next to indecision, which is 8. And this is saying you don't know what to do. You don't know which path to take. It's almost like you could have been on this roundabout for a long time with this energy, or with this situation, or with these people, or with this job, and you're finally trying to resolve the situation. But it's not about rushing in to complete it. It's about taking the time to meditate and get to know yourself, and as well to get to know yourself, and as well to allow this energy to come in, this sword of enchantment, this unexplainable events that happen. There could be some sort of summons as well with the 3 of Pentacles. There could be a summoning or a gathering of people together with them cards, especially with the 3 Queens and the 3. It could also be that there is some 3 people in a relationship, and there's the need to kind of clarify a situation before it moves on. But the cards are asking you to take a little time before you make this final decision, because I feel like unexplained events are going to come in, and you could have already made the decision and then you're going to regret it, because the 8 is also karma and fate. So we have 2 cards here suggesting the end of some karma, but it depends how you deal with the situation, how you come at it. It's about having this energy of innocence and this energy of adventure, this energy of spirit, and that is the underlying energy for the reading. So it's about you, but also it's about you not putting others on pedestal, or putting others up on a pedestal, or not allowing others to kind of put you on a pedestal, because we do have this tower next to there. So I really do hope this has helped, Scorpio. If you would like a personal reading with me, all the information is in the box below. Take care, stay blessed, have a great January. Thank you, bye.